Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Even Better Presents, and we're back in Kerbal Space Program. And last episode, if you remember correctly, we went to the moon. Well, this time we're going to Minmus. This is my rocket, as you can see here. It's got 3 stages to it again, but they're a little bit different this time. These, instead of going with solid boosters, I went with these mainsails and another engine here, a skipper engine, on the big fuel tanks here. They are spaghetti chained, I guess is what it's referred to as. I think, maybe, where basically these outer tanks feed into this inner tank, so this inner tank will always be full until these are ejected. So it doesn't start at a deficit; it has full fuel. And I've already gone to Minmus and back to test this, because it's a bit of a harder job to go to Minmus than it is to go to the moon. So I tested it. I actually had another stage on here before that was not needed, so I ditched it. And now we have this. It works beautifully. So without further ado, let's do this. So even though I've turned the volume down, I don't know if... I really don't know if you guys will be able to hear me as this thing's taking off through the atmosphere. So I'm not really going to talk too much during the initial takeoff, because I know this game can be very, very loud. And I know this atmospheric noise has got to be very loud, so... Throttle back. .66% is all you need until you get into the light, out of the light blue and into the medium blue on the atmosphere gauge at the top. You gotta remember the key with this game is it's not about doing it in the craziest way possible. I've made rockets that don't make any sense and still make it to orbit, no problem. You can go to the moon, no problem. This game's not about that. This game is about making it in the most efficient possible way. This stage should make it up to about 30 plus kilometers before it drops off, hence why I used this stage. Even with the thrust at half, it's still the most powerful engines in the game. I want to have the velocity, or the surface velocity, meters per second here. I wanted to have it above 800 when I jettison this stage, so I usually go for a bit of a burst. I usually try to get up to about 1,000, truth be told. But sometimes it's more important to make sure that you get to the orbit or the altitude you're looking for. So we should hit about 33 before this stage ditches. Even better. 37. Look at that, 37. We ditch the stage. Alright. Oh, crap, I didn't lean over. That was silly of me. I'm gaining too much altitude here. No big deal. We can fix this. We're just going to have to be a little bit more drastic with our lean. Now, if we're going to Minmus, it is once again a 90 degrees on the nav ball. Is what you need to do. Shit, yeah, we're way too high already. Our apoapsis is way up there now. Much higher than it needs to be, so let's go right over. And this one stage is going to take us all the way to Minmus. You gotta remember that you don't need a big engine. Once you get into space, you don't need a huge specific impulse. You don't, because it'll still work just fine. And you don't need a huge thrust either, because it still works just fine. This is a bit of a slow process, obviously. I just want to get this out a little bit before I go over here. Now, this part here, guys, is the important part. Adding maneuvers. Now, maneuvers are definitely probably the hardest thing to do. for new players, and that's understandable. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop thrust. We're going to add a maneuver right here at the apoapsis. Okay? And we're going to grab the yellow bar, which is our orbit. And we're going to drag that sucker out. And drag it, and drag it, and drag it, and drag it. Drag it until we get an orbit around Kerban. This is the easiest way to transition to Minmus. And perfect. It's a little bigger than it needs to be. That'll do. We don't want to waste too much fuel doing stupid course corrections, right? So, alright, so now what we do is we're going to speed up time a little bit. Make sure on the nav ball, this is the important part. Make sure, put it on RCS for now that we're in space. On the nav ball, you want to find this blue marker. If you can't find it, there'll be a blue arrow pointing to where it is. Okay? On the nav ball. We're going to do most of our navigation through the nav ball from this point. Now, we have a pretty long burn, so we're going to start it right now. Even though we're not quite there yet, we're really far away from the apoapsis point where the maneuver is going to take place. The maneuver time node in countdown is really for if you were able to give 100% impulse at that one particular spot. So it doesn't really work that way. So you have to adjust for that. 10-20 seconds adjustment is fine. Like, it doesn't really matter there. But if you're in the higher range, like a minute, you're going to want to start like 50 seconds before the countdown reaches 0. So we're at 10, 8, 7. You can see here the blue line is jumping out from the planet. We just want to keep ourselves in orbit here. It allows us to be able to position ourselves to get to Minmus much more easily than if we weren't. This is how many meters per second are left to transition over. We can cut fuel back now because we're about to get to what we need. We have 6 seconds left. Get ready to hit X to kill the burn. 2, 1, and green check mark. Kill the X. You hit X, you kill it. So there we go. We've got an elliptical orbit around Kerban. And this is what I was talking about. See that blue arrow? That's what I was talking about. It's trying to show me where I have to position myself now to complete the maneuver, but I've done the maneuver. Alright, so the next thing you don't want to do is you want to scroll out. Alright, find Minmus. It's right there. 46 million meters away. I'm going to set it as target. And the best thing you want to do in this case is these 2 points here show you where the best intersect is the descending node and the ascending node for being able to reach the closest to Minmus's orbit. Okay, but what we have to do right now is, you see, it's not a parallel orbit with these other. I mean, like the moon is. It's on an incline, as you can see. So what we want to do is we want to fix that. So we're going to put one here at the descending node. We're going to add a maneuver, and now we're going to take the purple ones. Okay, these 2 purple devices. We're going to drag. We're going to try to keep it as level as possible. So this line, see this laser line here, this white thing? We want to put it like basically in our eye. All right, and we're going to drag that until we see it curves, and then the line should go. There you go. See that? When they do that crazy twisting thing, that's how you know that you're lined up. So we're just going to find. There you go. Perfect. That. See that? It's perfect. Alright, so we have 2 minutes, 14 seconds until the burn, so we got to get on the nav ball. And we're going to just drag the nav ball all the way down to that blue circle again. Okay? Make sure you hit your SAS, stabilize. I would really not recommend looking at your ship at any point, or even at the stars or anything. Use the nav ball. Use that as your main source to try and orientate yourself. It's just a lot easier that way. I usually like to keep the nav ball at a 90-degree angle, kind of like this. That way I just can know which way is up and down very easily. The arrow points to the down, how it's on the compass there. But we just want to try and keep that all, like, try to keep it as clear as possible. So now we're going to increase time by pushing period and comma. Okay, those are the best ways to increase time and decrease time. So we're going to push period. We're going to bring time up. We got a minute left. It's a 9-second burn. Oh, I overshot it. That's going to cost me. We should be okay, though. It's just going to give me an extra second of burn time, so it's going to be required here. And... X. How close are we? We're close enough that it doesn't matter. Alright, so that's another one down. Boom. Alright, so now we're going to... Actually, we can do it right here. Add maneuver in 55 seconds. We've got to be a little bit quick with this. Okay, we're going to go grab this, and we're going to drag it out. Drag it out. Drag it out. Until we intersect with the orbit of Minmus. Okay, now these are important. You see this thing here? Target position at closest approach, target position at closest approach. Those are going to tell you if we're going to be able to intersect Minmus. If they get close together, it means yes. So we're almost there, boom. We're going to be captured by Minmus that way, okay? So we got 26 seconds. It's a 33-second burn, so we're going to want to be quick with this. Alright. Watch as our apoapsis increases. Let's check on fuel. Plenty of fuel. Tons of fuel. We're going to be just fine. Now, don't worry about it if you overshoot this, guys. Course corrections are something that even real NASA does all the time. Right, we're just going to watch our fuel here. We're getting close. We're going to slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Slow it down. So we had an intersection with the moon there. Okay, just the slowest possible amount. When you see it turn purple, you know you've got the intersect. A little bit more. Boom! Alright. See how close we are here? Okay, so now we're just going to hit the period key to increase time. I recommend keeping it to 1,000 or 10,000. Don't go any faster than 10,000. You're going to screw it up for sure. And you'll skip right over the thing. Next thing you know, you're over there somewhere. You don't want to be that. So, okay, we're coming up. We're increasing speed as we come up around this. Now we're decreasing speed, decreasing speed, decreasing speed. Okay. And we're going to get a little bit closer so we can watch as we get caught by Minmus's gravity. That's what this signifies. Whoa. I don't know what that is. Okay, I don't know what that refers to. We're just going to ignore that for a brief second here. I don't know what that green line is about. Okay. This is where we're going to get an encounter with Minmus, okay? Oh, we can kill this. That's just distracting. We've already done our maneuver. Okay, get ready to slow down. And encounter with Minmus. Boom. Okay. So there's Minmus. And we're actually on a good trajectory right here. We're going to land on the bright side, which is what we want to do. Alright, you can see our trajectory right now takes us directly at Minmus, and then if we had enough momentum to go around it, we'd end up back over here, but we don't. So let's check our fuel. Plenty of fuel. We're going to actually be able to use this stage to touch down on Minmus. Or almost touch down. We'll get in orbit. Whatever, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Not orbit, but we're going to get to the surface, basically, with this one stage. Okay? Okay, it's almost an exact, like, basically 180 descent from where we were before, so that's perfect. So look at that, we're right there. Okay, and now we're currently like maybe a couple million kilometers. Yeah, 2.16 million kilometers. There's Minmus. All right, again, comma and period. Use your comma and period. Period, speed up time. And just be careful with this one. Don't go above 1,000 because you're going to end up skipping into the surface and boom, you're dead. Alright, we're going to get about 300, 200. There's about 200,000 kilometers. 300,000. Alright. Then we skip out it. We're going to go back to this view here. Again, all you want to do is use the nav ball. I know it's tempting to try and like look at the planet. The planet's just going to screw you up. Don't worry so much about the planet. Okay, we're going to increase time with the period again. Coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Now, say we want to have a better spot on Minmus, we could do that too. But we're in a good area here. All right, 40 kilometers. I'm going to want to start reducing some of this speed. Don't try for a suicide burn. Suicide burn is coming in full throttle and then hoping that you can burn off the extra velocity in time. Don't do that. I'm going to use up the rest of this stage to bring me down over around under 100 here. Well, we don't really need to go that low just yet. But I'm going to use this stage to basically get me much closer. There we go. Boom. It's correcting. It's correcting. We're over 200. We're at 20 kilometers. Okay, we can kill this stage now. We're going to bring it down. If this stage dies off, that's fine. That's fine. We don't care anymore. Okay, just watch your meters per second. Don't get too low because you still want to be able to approach the planet. Alright, we're coming in, we're coming in, we're coming in. 12 kilometers. At 10 kilometers, I'm going to jettison this section, so I'm going to just kill some more velocity. Alright, get a little closer. And kill some more velocity. And separate. Okay. Now make sure you put your landing gear, hit G. You gotta tap it twice to release the clamp sometimes. And I position lights on my crafts like this. You'll see. See, I got these three lights, these three spotlights facing down. You'll see why in a second when we get a little bit closer. There's our explorer debris. Now just be careful you don't hit spacebar. I did this twice coming here. Ugh. Just ends up being bad. So we're 5 kilometers up. Just position yourself on the nav ball. Make sure you get that position on the nav ball right. And watch your speed, watch your approach, watch your height. Don't worry about that. That's just that stuff crashing. Here's why the lights are important. I went a little too hard there. Damn. I forgot how much more powerful this machine is. Okay. I'm drifting now, and that's not good. I don't want that. But it might take us to a better position in the planet for a touchdown. This looks pretty rocky here. This is why I want these lights here. See that? Helps me know just how close I am getting. We're just going to drift over here to a more flat spot. Okay. We're going to touch down just somewhere, see where my shadow is? We can use the shadow to give ourselves an idea as to where we can touch down. It's actually in a pretty flat spot now. We're starting to descend again. So you can see on the nav ball, the X starts showing up back where we are. Okay, we're just going to position to the X. And our velocity is, our meters per second is very low, so you're just going to tap. Just to cancel out this forward momentum. Okay, tap. Just keep. All I'm watching right now is this X and the speed. I don't need to see how close I am to the ground. I can use the shadow and the lights for that. Okay. Okay, you want to touch down under 5. What the hell happened there? I don't know what happened there. That's weird. Crap, I'm drifting again. Okay, I gotta get myself orientated here. There we go. Crap, I can't figure it out. Damn it. I'm turned around. See, my nav ball is not in the way it is, so up's not up. Down isn't down. There we go. Now I got it. There you go. Oh, shit! Damn. That's going to take us way up. We were so close. Alright, well, it's going to... We are well up now. Holy crap. I could easily do this. cancel this out. Alright. Turn it around again. Sorry about that, guys. You get anxious when you're recording, and boom, you hit the wrong keys. And stupid things happen. We want to be under 8 meters a second when we touch down, so we don't bounce. Oh, I know what's happening here. That's why it's doing that. We're almost down, we're almost down. Just kill it, and touchdown. Oh, that was kind of rough, but we made it. So use your RCS to reposition yourself here. There we go. Not the most stable position. We must be on a lousy hill here. Yeah. But there we go, guys. We made it. We made it to Minmus. Alright, Jeb. Go for an EVA, buddy. And hit R to bring out your jetpack. Shift goes up. L can turn on his lights. Left and right turns him. Control brings him down. But be careful when you come down. Don't come down too hard. You'll kill your little Kerban. Remember, he's only a meter tall. They're just cute little things. But there we go. We are on Minmus. And remember, there's no velocity indication, like how fast you're coming to the ground. So you want to just be careful. Dude ain't got no shadow. There it is. Alright. Welcome to Minmus! So I think we'll plant our flag right here. What the hell is wrong with me? Minmus Moon! For the fans. Okay, well, let's not go back empty-handed. Let's take a sample of the soil. And EVA report. Now, you gotta remember that the gravity on Minmus is considerably less than on the moon. So be careful. You could easily jump, like, out of orbit. Well, I don't know if that's possible. You'd have to use up all your propellant, but I bet you could actually get an escape velocity if you were uncareful. Okay. I'm actually wasting the battery pack right now. I should have turned those lights off. Oh well. Okay, yeah, we're on a pretty stupid angle here. Alright, we're back on. We're not using that much power. Okay, so we want to get off this planet. We want to head back home. Accelerate up. You don't have to go much because you gotta remember that the gravity here is much lower. Once again, use the nav ball to your advantage. Don't try and see what you can't really understand. But look, we're already way... That's a serious escape velocity, that is. So we can't select the moon. But what we want to do now is we want to try and reduce our apoapsis is way over here. So set up another maneuver on our position here. Okay, we're going to be escaping the Minmus's atmosphere right here. So we're just going to set up another. We'll let ourselves get into that, so we'll just speed forward. Actually, let's go see the Minmus disappear beneath us here. Nice, right? Bye, Minmus. It's fun. Put your gear back up. Okay. So once we get back into this orbit here, we can adjust our apoapsis. So just speed on through. There we go. Okay. Now, which way am I heading? I'm heading this way. Okay, so I'm going to set up another maneuver. Right there, I guess. And now what I want to do is I want to bring the apoapsis or the periapsis back to intersect with the planet there. It's probably best to do this from the apoapsis point, because this is 46 million and this is 70 million. So it's probably in our best interest actually to get to the apoapsis and bring the periapsis back into the planet. It'll just be easier on fuel. So speed up time. This is where you can probably go above 10,000. Just be careful. We don't want to go beyond the apoapsis. Okay. Slowing down. We're still really far out from that. 4 days worth of travel time. And we're going to add a maneuver there. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring this one with the X in it. Let me see if I can get a better position to show you what that is. No, not really. With the X, you're just going to drag it. Sorry. Yeah, you want to drag it out. Drag it out. Okay. We just had an interaction with something else there. Okay, drag it out. Till it gets right up on Kerban. Boom. No, that's the moon. Be careful of that. You don't want to get sucked into the moon. The moon will do that all the time. Drag it out just a little bit more. Alright. 3-second burn will do it for us. Go back to the nav ball. Angle up. Find the blue dot. SAS on. 4 days of time, so let's count it down. When we get a little closer, we can recorrect our burn. 2 days. Whoa. Shh. See, I overshot it. Now it means I'm going to have to burn for a little longer here. You got to be careful with that. It's okay. It's only 3 seconds of burn time still. 2. 1. Just wait for the green check mark. Okay, we're not going to get it because we screwed up and we missed it. But this should actually take us into the atmosphere. Okay, so we're just going to get a little closer to Kerban so we can actually see what the heck's going on. Okay, reduce that. Alright. Now we're going to put a maneuver right here to bring us onto the bright side of the planet into the ocean. Add a maneuver. And you can use the blue ones to angle it like that. There we go. Okay, and then we're just going to pull it in a little bit tighter. A little tighter. Angle it over. And that should touch us down in the water, I think. Yep, that'll touch us down in the water. Alright, guys, and look how much fuel we have left. Tons of fuel. I thought I put the gear up. The F. Oh, that's why. If you ever find that the keys are unresponsive, make sure you're not time accelerating. Gear should have been up. Sorry about that. Okay. Speed up time. Here we go. Oh, I'm so stupid. I went right past the burn mark. Was not even paying attention to what I was doing there. That was dumb of me. Well, we can probably still save this here. So let's just correcting. We just got to go a couple extra seconds of burning now to correct that. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Kill it. All right. And it'll still take us into the water. We want to get a little closer to where I was originally aiming for, though. Let's go find it on the nav ball again. SAS on. Oh, come on. I think we must be getting close to no monopropellant. No, we got tons. We are out of electric charge, though. That's not a big deal. I don't. Oh, yes, it is, because that's the reaction wheel is not working. That's why it's so hard to move this thing. This is why it's important to have both. Okay, that's not doing what I want it to do. All right, let's just go. Let's just go to the bloody planet. I just want to touch down again. Oh, that's right. The planet rotates. I always do forget that. Ah, we'll touch down right in the crater lake. That's perfect. Okay, now we can get out of this view. Go back to your map. Okay, find that X in the green circle on the nav ball. So that's going to slow our descent. We're going 1,840 meters a second right now. Now we're still very far out. We're still 1,000,000 kilometers away. But we want to slow that descent down before we get too close. Yeah, we're still 500,000 kilometers up. It's 300 kilometers. Or, sorry, 178,000 kilometers. Okay, so we're going to start burning off some of this speed because we have an ass ton of speed. More than the... If you come in at a steeper... If you come in at a shallow angle, you can use the atmosphere to skip yourself. But if you come in at a steep angle like this, you better be able to burn off some of that speed. We're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to burn it off. This is going to get rough. We may not survive this. I'm going to burn off every last... That's it. We're out of fuel. Okay, I'm going to actually use this thing to slow our descent a little bit further. I'm going to cut through the atmosphere. This will slow us down quite a bit. We're coming in way hot, though. All right. Okay. Lose that thing. Four kilometers up. We're going to be fine. That was close, though. We came in pretty fast and furious on that one. Little faster than I like to go. So there's no window in here, is there? No, there's that, but that's not very helpful. I know this took a little longer. I mean, we're at 33 minutes. We'll just speed up time a little bit. There we go. The parachute just deployed. Okay, just be careful with the physics. You don't want to accidentally rip the parachute. Can happen if your capsule's a little too heavy. We just got to get down a little bit faster than what we were doing there. See our shadow over there. Okay, 40 meters, back to normal time, 30 meters. And we're going to have a perfectly good splashdown. There we are, guys. We made it back to the planet. Successful mission. All the way to Minmus and back again. There we are. We did it. Touchdown. One small step for Evan Better. One giant leap for Jeb Kerban. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Next episode, we're going to try and go to Duna. Duna is a hard one. I've only been to Duna maybe twice. It's hard to get there. You really got to build a special rocket. But I've already got an idea for how to do that. So make sure you leave those likes, favorites, subscribe. If you haven't already, check out Scott Manley's channel for more information about Kerbal Space Program. He really is the expert when it comes to this game. Not me. I'm the bloody amateur. I barely know what I'm talking about. But always start off in career mode, guys. Don't start off in... Or sorry, start off in creative mode, or whatever it's called, sandbox mode. So you can try all the different parts. Then you can go career. Then you can go like science. But don't trouble yourselves with the hard stuff first. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode of Kerbal Space Program.